I've gotten to do this Sunday morning, or afternoon now, Sunday afternoon church thing for the last 10 to 12 years, and it's one of my favorite parts of the whole festival. I never really paid attention, sitting there on Sunday morning, till I found myself helplessly caught up in his sermon about who he was before he was the preacher we know now, about the life that he almost lost, the one that he found. He said, I was at the gates of hell with a bottle in my hand. I could hear the demons laugh, trying to pull me deeper in, but I felt the fire and I had to turn around. Yeah, there's nowhere else to go from that far down. That's how the devil led me to Jesus. That's how the depths of hell helped save my soul. Only God could have found all the pieces to make this broken man whole. I guess the chains that bind us can free us. That's how the devil led me to Jesus. He said, I know that it sounds crazy, but believe me, it's the truth. He took me down a path so dark, there was nothing left to do except look up toward the heaven and beg for a shot of grace. So I found me a spot there in the flames to bow my head and pray. I bet he still wonders just where his plan went south, but he's only got himself to blame. He's the reason I'm here now. Yeah, I felt the fire and I had to turn around, 'cause there's nowhere else to go from that far down. That's how the devil led me to Jesus. That's how the depths of hell helped save my soul. Only God could have found all the pieces to make this broken man whole. I guess the chains that bind us can free us. That's how the devil led me to Jesus. Oh, thank God, the devil led me straight to Jesus. Thank you so much.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. If I were back home in Muscle Shoals, I'd be at a 205-year-old church where I'm able to attend with my mom, an old brick Presbyterian church, and it's very much like this. There's, you can feel the spirit when you walk in the place. I wrote this song with Kenzie Coppin back in January about, from the perspective of the Father, who is always there and never turns his back on us, even when we lose our way. I was in a rehab facility back when I was trying to sober up. One of the counselors had asked us to draw a picture on copy paper of our relationship with God. First off, I'm not an artist. I do well to draw a bath. So I was a little intimidated by the project, but I took my colored pencils and I drew this beautiful, imagine I was in 5th grade. It looked like I would have drawn it from 5th grade. I've got the sun in the corner, and I have this, godly figure, and all this bright scenery behind me. And then there's me in black and white, shaded out, facing the other way, kind of head down, shoulders down, disappointed, and myself, and running from my relationship with God. And He was always there, just like a daddy ready to welcome me back home. Sun's coming over the mountain, purple, blue, and pink. Morning birds are singing, dew is on the trees. The day's getting started, but you're still asleep, wrestling with the demons that keep stealing all your dreams. But I've been watching closely, though you never even know. We haven't spoken in a decade or so. You keep running from me like you got something to prove. Oh, but I'll be waiting for you like daddies always do. I'm here when you stumble, I'm here when you fall. I'm here when you can't see the writing on the wall. I'm here when you're hurt, when the devil holds you down. I'm here when you can't pick yourself up off the ground, when you can't find the faith to fight your feelings. I'm here. How long will it take you before you ask me for my help? How lonely will you get before you're tired of yourself? Son, it hurts me to see you suffering alone, but I'd wrap my love around you if you just come back home. I'm here when you stumble, I'm here when you fall. I'm here when you can't see the writing on the wall. I'm here when you're hurt, when the devil holds you down. I'm here when you can't pick yourself up off the ground. You can't find the faith to fight your fear. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, I'm here when you stumble, I'm here when you fall. I'm here when you can't see the writing on the wall. I'm here when you're hurt, and when the devil holds you down. I'm here when you can't pick yourself up off the ground. You can't look yourself in the mirror. You just want someone to hold you near. Oh, even if it takes a million years. I'm here. I'm here.
I was sitting out on the porch of some good dear friends of mine back in Alabama about 10, 12 years ago, and it was just a really peaceful night, and this song just kind of came out of the guitar, and when I die, I want somebody to play this at the funeral, so Gary, learn it. I ain't trying to go nowhere, but like a river constantly flowing, drifting on somewhere beyond the riverbank to the ocean, to roll with the waves, just like a song. Precious peace, come take my soul, lead me on where I belong, like a gentle breeze through the willow trees. Take me away, oh precious peace. Watch it, baby, while it's growing, then you'll see God's great design. There's no way that you can know then how His serenity is so divine. Precious peace, come take my soul, lead me on where I belong, like the melody to an infant's dream. Take me away, oh precious peace. And someday when He calls for me on streets of gold, in fields of green, I'll walk through eternity by His side, oh precious peace.
Anybody ever been alone, felt so alone in a room full of people?
Right now.
Well, you're not alone, Brother Bill. I'm here to tell you right now, you're a child of the Most High. And you are not alone. You ever seen somebody on the sidewalk with a piece of cardboard in their hand? Think they might be alone? Now, I'm not saying this to... I'll just say this. Anytime I'm in the vehicle or I see someone that's on the side of the road struggling, maybe homeless or begging, I stop and have a conversation with them. I keep $1 in my car. I'm not suggesting this to all of you to do, say that you should do that, because I know it's not necessarily safe, but I do believe I'm prayed up and I'm protected. And it's more about the conversation than $1, because those people, a lot of people make really bad choices. You ever made a bad choice? I'm one bad choice away from being homeless again. Because my one bad choice turns into playing doctor and drinking too much, and before you know it, I blow everything I got and I'm gone. And I could be just like Jim or Joe or Sally or Sue that's out there right now, struggling in the rain, by the way, because they're bad decisions. They're still human. And so Kenzie and I also wrote this song that first week, and it's just important, I believe, to let people know that they're not alone. And a lot of times God ministers to me at that 30-second interaction with someone who's struggling. It's called Alone. Now, I normally sing this with Kenzie. She's not here to sing the first verse, so I hope I don't mess it up. There's a foster home daughter praying for someone to take her in. She's got dreams of a daddy and a mama, and the day she won't be lonesome again. There's a woman on the corner watching all of the people people pass her by. They believe she's just begging for $1. But all she ever wanted was a smile. I relate to both of you. We all have things we're trudging through. We all need somebody to lift us up, someone to hold us there, somebody to wipe our tears, someone to say a prayer. And when the world's on fire and hell is freezing cold, somebody to let you know you're never gonna be alone. Well, I've been down a lot of pathways, darkness always following behind, praying God would come and take me away. But I guess there's so much more for me to find, like a love that I'm constantly craving, and the comfort of another heart. But I spend my nights with myself and the lonely, wishing for the warmth of someone else's arms. So I go out to the prison yards and find someone with fresher scars. We all need somebody to lift us up, someone to hold us there, somebody to wipe our tears, someone to say a prayer. And when the world's on fire and hell is freezing cold, somebody to let you know you're never gonna be alone. Somebody to lift me up, someone to hold me there, somebody to wipe my tears, someone to say a prayer. And when the world's on fire and hell is freezing cold, somebody to let you know you're never gonna be alone.
What am I going to sing after that? You know you're one of my favorite people, right?
You're one of mine.
Man can sing, can't he?
I love you, Billy Droze. You're one of my favorite singers on the planet. The most talented individuals I've ever encountered, bro. How about a big round of applause for my buddy Billy Droze?
There was an actress by the name of Kristen Dutz or something, and they were working on a movie, and they wanted a song called "If Jesus Was Born Today," and this song plugger I knew asked me if I'd write a song about it. She didn't use the song, didn't make the movie, but I like singing this song. It's a little, kind of a little bluesy thing. I think Gary will have fun picking on it with me. It's real simple. What would you do if Mary walked porch and was like, hey, I'm pregnant, you'd freak out. That's what this song's about. I'd rather do it with the correct tuning. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Nathan, for letting me borrow your guitar. This ain't my guitar, so I feel a little wounded right now. If Jesus was born today, would we even know his name? How would we treat the man who saves? If Jesus was born today, would we believe a mother's cry when she shouted out, he is the light? To walk away if Jesus was born today? Oh, Jesus, tell him that you love her. Jesus, tell him that you care. Ooh. Forgiveness laid wrapped in a cloth, would you take that midnight sinner's walk, just to catch a glimpse of your master's face? For if Jesus was born today, oh Jesus, tell him that you love him. Tell him that you care. Ooh.
Man, I love that. You cut that yet?
No, not really.
You need to cut that, Billy.
Play on it.
I'll play on it. You need to get Tim Crouch and Ron.
Yeah.
God, and Josh. And that's
We're always just producing records when we're sitting here talking.
I've had such a joy being here with y'all and spending some time in song and worship. And I just want to publicly thank God for sending his son Jesus to hang on the cross and save a wretched sinner like myself, give me hope for a future. God has always done for me what I could not do for myself, and he's been working on the sidelines of my life when I didn't know it, and he's been doing that for you too, I believe. Also know that even when I don't ask, God usually sends me what I need. So This has been a Gary Nichols and Kenzie Coppin performance on my behalf today, but this is just another song we've written. A lot of our songs have had spiritual undertones to them. And we were on the road somewhere in eastern Kentucky, out ministering to some people in halfway houses and jails and prisons. And this song hit us one night in the hotel room, and we've been writing on it a little bit since. And this is called God Will Send You Somebody. And thank y'all for spending your time with us this afternoon. When you're hurt, fighting to heal. When you're feeling but you don't want to feel. When you're tired and want to lay it all down, God will send you somebody. On the days when you're too weak to pray, you can't find the words of faith, lift your head up and look around. God will send you somebody. Yeah, God will send you somebody. Oh, God will send you somebody to pull you from the hole you're in, dust the dust off of you, help you on the horse again. God will send you somebody when you're barely hanging on, a helping hand, a place to land when you let go. God will send you somebody. When the world that we're living in is filled with evil, hate, sin, when there's no light to be found, God will send you somebody. Yeah, God will send you somebody to pull you from the hole you're in, dust the dust off of you, help you on the horse again. God will send you somebody when you're barely hanging on, a helping hand, a place to land when you let go. Ask me how I know. Yeah, God will send you somebody. God will send you somebody. God bless you. Thank you so much. Billy Droze, I love you, man. Thank you, Anita, for having us.